Speak your piece and don't worry about it.
We are and we're only here for everybody's safety today. We plan for the worst, hope for the best, and it seems like that's what we have out here today.
Yeah.
Formally, you are all in violation of the executive order. On that note,
Nothing.
have a good day. Everybody be safe.
Joining me now is Ian Smith, and Ian is one of the people. We're going to start doing these things where we profile people who actually showed courage, what courage actually looks like. I mean, the truth is, you write me emails and call my show and things like that, and you say, oh, thanks for standing up for us. I get paid to do this. I love doing this. The first lets me say whatever I want. Ian owned a gym. They tried to shut him down, did shut him down. He stood up to the government. That's actually what guts look like. Ian, first of all, why not just close up the gym and go home and watch Netflix?
Well, my business partner, Frank, and I, we had just recently bought the gym. We bought a gym that needed a lot of love. And over the course of 9 months, we turned a gym around that was doing about 100 people a day to one that was doing upwards of 300. And, 9 months into it, somebody told us to close our doors. And, we put everything that we had into our business. And when somebody came along and told us that, we did, because we didn't know enough. But we wanted to learn everything possible about what was going on, both with the science behind COVID-19 and also the politics that surrounded it. And very quickly, those things did not add up. And that led to our ultimate choice to reopen 2 months after the lockdowns.
Okay, explain what you mean by you looked into the science and politics and it didn't add up. What didn't add up? What are you talking about?
Well, they originally asked us for 14 days to slow the spread. And on day 11 of that 14 days, at least here in New Jersey, was when they passed the single biggest economic stimulus bill that this country has ever seen, to the tune of $2.6 trillion, I believe it was. Frank and I looked at what was in that bill, and it was pretty alarming. There was an incentive system for states to come up with positive tests. They were being paid out by the federal government per positive PCR test. That sort of explained that whole craze to test asymptomatic people. And the main big flag was, why were they dishing out or rolling out this program where they were going to give people an extra $600 a week for unemployment for 16 weeks when we were supposed to be coming out of the 14-day to slow the spread in 3 days at the time of that bill? And enough things just didn't add up. We looked at the science that was not being played by the mainstream media. We looked at PubMed.gov. We looked at independent studies. We looked at case studies from around the world. And we decided that we were going to put together a comprehensive safety protocol program that went so far above and beyond what, quote unquote, essential businesses or the government or medical facilities had to do, that it would be laughable to come and try and shut us down. And we did so, and we put that out publicly because our efforts were to help all businesses and all schools and all churches and all non-essential facilities open up safely and respect the concept of public health during a health emergency, but also not have all of these unintended collateral damaging effects that we've seen and we're still seeing to this day.
Okay, so that sounds awesome. I mean, even though you're not essential, God, that word still grinds to me. Even though you're not essential, that sounds awesome. I'm glad you did that. What were the results? Did the government say, hey, good work, Ian, proud of you. In fact, we're going to follow your lead?
Well, that is what we had hoped was going to happen, and that's why we were so public with the reopening. However, that never did happen. It wasn't going to happen. These people never had the intention to serve the public interests. This was, whether it was planned or realized along the way, the COVID-19 public health crisis has been hijacked by, at the very, very least, some extremely selfish people who are looking to profit. And at the very worst, some downright evil people. And, we saw that very early. And that's what we decided was going to be the reason that we were going to stay open, because these people weren't willing to talk. We opened our doors. Everybody knew about it. We let the town know. We sure let the governor know by going on Tucker Carlson the week before. And nobody ever contacted us to say, hey, just put the brakes on it for a second. We're going to come down to your facility. We're going to take a look at this safety protocol that you've put in place, and we're going to talk about how to reopen the state and reopen the country. All they did from day one was start to punish us. On day one, we got some municipal citations, and it escalated from there. Day two, our customers started getting them. People started getting arrested out in the parking lot. Day three and day four was a health department shutdown with no contact from the health department whatsoever. That led to our doors being locked. That led to us breaking back in, which led to $15,000 a day fines, which led to our doors coming off the hinges to impede them from locking our facility once again. That led to staying in the gym for 40 days and 40 nights with facility open 24 hours a day. That led to our business license being revoked. That led to our bank accounts being seized to the tune of $173,000. That led to the piercing of our LLC that now leave Frank and I personally liable for a balance of about $2.3 million in fines. That eventually also led to our arrest and our criminal prosecution for the heinous crime of taking the doors off of the hinges.
Hey, thanks so much for watching the first on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me, like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me.